Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Today, we're going to talk about a very important topic. We're going to talk about how you show up and how make yourself visible as a software engineer because this is super important topic for many software engineers, and this is something this is something that I'm seeing in the industry as well. So three ways you can show up, you can make yourself visible as a software developer. So, as you are joining my live stream, I encourage you to comment, say hello, say where you're watching me from. Just, just say something. Why it is important? Why it is important? Uh, hey, good morning. So, why it is important? Because LinkedIn is a networking platform. You never know who is watching. You never know who is watching, and you never know who is seeing your comment. And sometimes it might feel like that, oh, nobody responded to my comment right away, or if a presenter didn't pull my comment like that, like right immediately, it doesn't matter. No, it matters because what I notice, people who join my live streams and commenting and reacting, they get connected with other people, with other recruiters, with other people from the industry, and it definitely helps them with their network as well, because this is how we network. And those people may not be commenting on my live stream, they might be watching, they might be lurking around, they might be seeing your comments, and but they're not commenting actively, but they are actually watching, and they are actually connecting with the people. So please comment, share, spread the news. And today we're going to talk about how you make yourself visible as a software developer, because this is so important. So what I'm seeing in the industry, right, like for years, not just right now, for years, that we are so focused on our technical skills. We're so focused on how to, on our programming languages, our technical skills, maybe our interviewing skills and stuff like that. But none of that matters if nobody sees you, right? None of that matters if nobody sees you. And today, I would like to uncover three ways you can show up and make yourself visible. So, number one, number one is developing your what we call executive presence. What I mean by that is we live in a digital world, right? So, and you're watching me online. We probably connected online at some point. So when people go to your digital um, digital presentation, digital brick and mortar, so to speak, your profile on LinkedIn, your profile on Twitter, your profile on whatever social media you are using for professional services or professional purposes, what people know about you, what people know about you. If I go to your profile right now, would it be clear how you can help me? And more importantly, w- more importantly, will it, like, how do I understand that that you are an expert in your industry? So in this is what I call executive presence. When you go to someone's profile and I see immediately, just from the basic information, from their banner, from their tagline, from everything else, what they're talking about, and the way they participate in discussions, the way they keep active on their social platform. I know immediately what they're talking about, whether it is LinkedIn, whether it is Twitter, whether it is YouTube. I don't have to guess. And a lot of the times when I connected with a lot of great software developers through social media, either on LinkedIn or Twitter or even YouTube, and I made recommendations and I vouched for the people who were that I was interacting with, because uh, I immediately, like, first of all, like the way they presented themselves, the way they carried themselves online, right? I immediately was confident that I can refer them to my organization, because the way they show up, the way they establish their executive presence. Um, let me tell you a story about executive presence, right? And that word can be a little bit intimidating, right? Like executive presence. So people may assume that you have to show up as a like superhero, like super knowledgeable, absolutely know it all, absolutely expert in your industry. But the reality is, not many people actually show up as experts, and not many people actually understand the executive presence correctly. So, early in my career, what I started doing, what I'm doing right now, putting out content and start talking about what I know, just start talking about what I know. And it felt a little bit intimidating for me, because I thought that I didn't know enough to speak on certain things. I didn't know enough to speak on certain things and to share my opinion, but I did it anyway. And my first content, the very first thing that I start showing up, it was like kind of crappy video on the crappy iPhone. So back then, iPhones didn't have really good cameras, didn't have really good mics. So I didn't have external mic. So now I have the mic, now I have the camera, and now my iPhone, so that I'm streaming like to Instabook, is way better. And like sometimes I would question, like, is it like which camera is better, like iPhone or my camera? So back then I didn't have all that. Back then my videos were like not as professionally done, and what it triggered other people seeing me as an expert, seeing me as an expert in my industry. And that was my executive presence. When I look back, it doesn't surely feel that way, but because of my effort, because I start sharing what I had, what I knew, and I start sharing what other people wouldn't share, I start attracting more the right connections, the right people in my network, and growing my network. So that was really important piece. So your digital brick and mortar, so to speak, your digital presence, especially on LinkedIn, matters. Also, like whenever I work with software engineers, and I tell them, so your social media strategy, your marketing strategy, because listen, if you wanna, like, if you are in the market, or if you are on the market, and you should be always be on the market in one way or another. And when you are on the market, you should be on main three platforms: LinkedIn, Twitter, and if you are into making videos, YouTube. Why those three platforms? LinkedIn and YouTube, those are major, powerful search engines. So whenever people search, let's say if people search for your name and on Google, right? If they Google your name, your LinkedIn profile will show up, your YouTube profile will show up. Good morning, Rashad. So let me take a little break here and just remind everybody who is joining my live stream, please comment, please react, please share, and network with each other. Please connect with each other. It is super important. It is super important. Please connect with each other. And if you are watching me on replay, right? If you're watching me on replay, comment on the replay where you're watching me from, because people will come to that this live stream. People will see that video essentially, and they will see your comment. And also, like, you never know who needs to see this video in your network, right? You comment, your network gets notified, not necessarily notified with push notifications, but people see that you commented, right? And somebody might need to hear that today. So I highly encourage everybody, react and comment and just tell me where you're watching me from, because like we are here to network. So another way you can show up as a software developer and be visible is networking with your current coworkers. So connecting with the people that you work with, building trusting relationship with the people that you work with, building and like when we talk about networking, there are different layers of networking. It's important to connect with your peers, and it's important to connect with your leadership. Don't be intimidated by your leadership. They're just as people, like they're people just as you are, they're professionals just as you are, and we all trying to figure out, and we all trying to make it. This is the thing. So connect with your leadership, connect with your executives, and it will pay off for in the long game. So connect with people. So um, and the way you can the way you can connect with executives is just uh, keeping your eyes and ears open, because at a lot of places you can just connect with people. Like you can attend their open door hours, or yeah, like you can get on the call with them through, like they normally have what is that, like office hours, right? That that you can get on their schedule, and you can network with them. The same with the same with your coworkers, and especially if it is really true, it is really true if you are starting a new job, and it's really true if you are starting a new job, because here's the thing. When you're joining a new organization, people don't know you, people don't trust you, and they have no reason to. So let people get to know you. So introduce yourself. Uh, Many companies have a practice of virtual coffee chat. So like join their coffee, invite them for virtual coffee, have a little conversation, um, help them with their work. So and it doesn't have to be anything extensive, right? Listen to the chat, or like watch out for the chat, like what people are saying, and participate. And also like in the meetings, right? When you are in the meetings, if you are respectfully interact with other people, that counts and that matters. Another way you can be visible as a software developer is building your community, and by participating in community. So and why you can participate in you can participate in many communities, right? You can participate here on LinkedIn community, and connect with other developers, and participating in a conversation. And when I say build your community, is like just showing support to other developers and other creators, like if they're hosting a live event, right? Or like live stream, come to their live stream, just say hello. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything profound. Just say hello. Just say good morning. Just visit their live streams. Just visit their audio events, right? Participate in the discussion, right? If they posted something that they've been working on, if they posted something that they're passionate about, just say, hey, like, nice work. Like, it can be as simple as that. If you have thoughts about that project, right, share your thoughts. It's okay to comment and share your thoughts. In fact, if you follow me for a while, like, I love dive deep into comments and participate in comments and share my opinions in the comments as well. So those are three ways you can be visible as a software developer. There are more ways you can make yourself visible. There are more ways you can make yourself visible, and I don't really have a lot of time to dive into all of them, but by showing out and by showing off your work. And the way you can show off your work, and not many people actually think about it, is by participating in open source projects, right? And again, when you are joining a community, is your chance to network with other developers and with other people. And I think open source projects is like it is an amazing way for you to get to know other developers and show off your skills, because you are participating in the project actively. You are actively contributing in a code base, in an open source code base. And also you you see other developers who participate on the open source project, find them on LinkedIn, connect with them on LinkedIn and say, hey, and now you have a common ground to connect. Hey, we are on the same open source project. So, but these are main three ways to connect. And if you have um, challenges, right? If you feel that it's been a little bit difficult for you to be visible or connect with other recruiters or developers, like I've been working on the courage to get into open project. Yes, it can be a little bit intimidating and a little bit disorganized, but it is an amazing way to join a community. They normally have Slack, and don't be intimidated. Don't be intimidated. It's like the worst thing that can happen, they will approve your PR and they give you feedback. And also, like, you can gauge your community by, oh, like those people, for example, they're kind of rude to me. So I want to participate in that community? Because open source project is a community, right? So I participated in one of the projects and I had an amazing community there, and I liked that, but then I really had trouble with the time to keep up with the time. But and it's like really yeah, it really helps with your skill set as a developer, because you see so many different styles of coding. Like that's just so amazing. So if you have trouble being visible, you feel like that nobody sees you, nor your coworker don't see, your manager doesn't see or doesn't see your value, you have trouble getting noticed by recruiters, hiring managers, I invite you to my mini coaching session. The link is in my bio. And by the way, good news, y'all, my calendar wide open. So now you have more available slots open on my calendar. So feel free to grab a slot that works for you. You can also send me a DM. You can also comment on this post and say, "Hey, like I need a mini coaching session," and I will send the link to you. So let's connect. Let's start the conversation going. And I'm here to serve you, and I'm here to help you. So thank you, everybody who joined my live stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I am so excited to connect with you. So I will see you. I will see you next week. So next week, we are also going to talk about very interesting topics. We're going to dive deep into like your executive presence. We're going to dive deep into imposter syndrome. We're going to dive deep into your technical skills. So it's gonna like I'm gonna be dropping a lot of really useful gems for software development community. So you don't want to miss that. And I'm also like this Friday, I am moving to Seattle. So this is super exciting. This is super exciting. So I'm literally like, as I finish this live, as I finish this live, I'm going to pack everything and I'm going to be on my way to Seattle, hopefully tomorrow morning. So, anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you next week, and you have an amazing weekend. Bye, y'all.